Well, Joe's still saying he's gonna stay, he's gonna last, he's gonna be there to the end. And there are other people saying, those are people that say they don't want, they're not saying if they want Joe to step aside, saying they are running Kamala Harris. And that's the truth. Joe Biden will not make it through 4 years. He'll either be removed from office by, what is that, Rule 25 or Amendment 25 or whatever that is, because he'll prove himself to be incompetent, because that's just the way his life is going. And you gotta understand something. I'm 78 years old. I can barely walk. I have a lot of problems with my legs. I'm coherent so far, but every day, every year, month that goes by, I get a little bit worse. My attention span gets to be a little bit less. I get a little bit less done every day. And that's what I'm trying to say to Joe. He's not going to get better. He's not going to miraculously recover. If he's at all lucky, he'll stay just where he is right now to the end. But I doubt it. I think there'll be some signs of deterioration even before he gets elected. And I'm sorry, because like everybody says, he's a nice guy. They love him. Yeah, great. But dude, you have to know when it's time to leave something, you know? And what's better, to walk away on your own terms or have yourself removed because you're incompetent? Is that what you want? Because you're not going to win the election. Okay, I don't think you can win the election. The pollsters don't agree with me. The doubts the Democrats have agree with me. I mean, this is just the way it's going to be. You're not going to make it, you know, and I feel bad about that, Joe. I really do. You know, Joe Biden's a great guy, a nice guy. But there's always been that saying around, you know, nice guys finish last. And I think it would be an honor for him to step up and say, no, he doesn't want to do this, but I think that it would be proper that he walks away as President of the United States. He steps down, walks away, does the right thing, and I think he'll be honored no matter what happens in the election. He'll be honored. If he goes on and continues and he loses the election, they'll be questioning the Democrats. They'll be questioning his stubbornness, and they'll be calling it stupid. And he's not going to go down in history for what he should go down for, you know. So I think, all things considered, I think he should walk away. But you know, I don't know. You look at these stories on YouTube, you know, there's and you go to MSNBC and there's a story about, you know, the scenario with SEAL Team 6 just became more realistic and less imaginary. That's where Trump sends SEAL Team 6 out to kill his opponents and what have you. We're closer, the Americans are closer to fascism now than they've ever been before in their life, in the history of the country. News media is not really helping, since most of them are the CEOs and whatnot of these companies. All the newspapers and TV stations are contributors to Trump. So your independent news isn't really independent anymore. The other people that are around here I have questions about their sanity. They're like me, you know, they're nuts. I'm out here doing this because I got nothing better to do with my life right now, and I'm worried about the future of my children, my grandchildren, and whatnot. I just got an email saying let's see, I have nieces, great nephews. Or Janet's my great niece. So my great great nephews are planning on visiting in 2026, and I don't know whether I'm going to be here in 2026. I don't know what kind of physical shape I'll be in, but it'd be nice if I get to see them. But they may not be able to leave the country then. You know, I read a story the other day. Where did I see it? I don't know whether I got it off of YouTube or where I read the story, but it's about this guy who's been who's a citizen for 70 some odd years. He believed he was a citizen and just got told he's not. He can't get a driver's license, he can't get an ID card, he can't travel, he can't go anywhere because they say he's not a citizen because he has a Canadian birth certificate and both his parents were American citizens. But I don't know, I don't think he was born in this country. I think he was born in Canada. There might be some sort of loophole that they're pulling on him. I don't know. But all I know is that for, he's 78, I think he said he's 72 or 78. But anyhow, he's had a driver's license, he's getting Social Security, all this other stuff is going on in his life, and now all of a sudden they tell him he's not a citizen. I think that's hilarious. Oh, I don't think it's hilarious. I think it's tragic. If it's true he's not a citizen, there was a series of mistakes that were made over the last 78 years that should be corrected now, and that say he's a citizen, that's the end of it. You know, he served in the Navy, he did this, he did that. Just stop talking about it. But this is stuff that can happen to people. This is happening under normal circumstances. This isn't happening with Donald Trump and his Project 2025 involved, you know. And this is not something that's going to be gradual, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to wake up the day after the election, not even before he is sworn in, and you're going to see stuff like this. So what's the choice? The president that's still in office calls SEAL Team 6 and says, hey, do me a favor, knock this guy off, will you? And the president-elect gets shot, and then you have the resulting martial law, the resulting chaos. Please, Joe, just do us all a favor. Step aside. If they lose, you it's not your fault. You know. If you lose now, if you stay in and you lose, it's your fault. Because I don't believe you can handle it. And I know I couldn't. I know I have a problem with attention, and I'm suffering through it right now, trying to remember everything I said. And when there's something I wanted to say that I can't remember, so I have no idea. You know, I have no idea what's going to happen in the future, and neither does he. And he should just step down. I saw another article. I'm going to check and see if that's here. You have the violent Christian nationals saying some folks need killing, and he's right. He sounds like he's one of those folks that needs to be killed. And I hate to say that. That doesn't, you know, that won't accomplish anything. It'll just that'll just screw things up anymore, cause more chaos and stuff in the world. Oh, you guys know who Michael Moore is. He's been making comments about things for a long time. He's saying that Biden's continuation in presidential race is a form of elder abuse. Well, So's Donald Trump's, for that matter. Donald Trump is going to be looking like Biden by the end of 4 years. So who's going to be running who's going to be running the government? We don't know. I don't know who said this, but it's my sentiments. I refuse to concede the future of our democracy to Donald Trump. If that's Joe Biden, Joe, you got to do the right thing. Trump might get out of New York, not be convicted of anything. Well, I've said this before and I've seen this happen, so I know this is a reality. Karma's a bitch. So, and Trump is saying that they want to start nuclear testing again. That's just wonderful. The atmosphere is not fucked up enough as it is. Now you got to worry about, glowing in the dark. Wow. It says here another, I don't know who this is, for Inner Circle, I don't know what that is, but this is from MSNBC. It's one of the articles they posted. Joe Biden is getting the most important advice from the least qualified people. I think he's right. I think Joe should sit down with somebody like me. Not me, not saying me, because I'm not articulate enough yet. I've never been that articulate, but I think somebody should sit down and try to explain to him what's going to happen in the next few years. And that he's not going to be president in 4 years no matter what happens. Okay? And the way the Trumpettes are talking, he's liable to get assassinated before he gets inaugurated for a second term. Some people are saying that's what he wants to do. He wants to get inaugurated for the second term and then resign the next day and turn it over to Kamala Harris. The problem is I don't think he can win. That's the problem. He should never wanted to go to that debate. The fact that Trump didn't want to debate gave him thought that he could beat him in a debate, and I don't think he could. I never thought he could. Trump's smart, when it comes to bullshit. There's certain things that the Democrats got to start talking about. Roe versus Wade, immigration things, his policies, get away from Biden. They can't do it so long as Biden's sitting there. All right, that's why it's the big news story. And if it's true that all these CEOs are contributors to Donald Trump, to the mega party, then it's a definite situation where he needs to get out in front of this. You see the headlines that they put up. Biden tells MSB he's not going anywhere. Well, how do you vote? How do you get people to turn around and look at the issues? The big issue for people right now is Biden's physicality. So how do you sit there and say talk about abortion or something when everybody wants to going to be watching you to see if you slur your words? You're not going to be paying attention to what you're actually saying. Still reading articles. Americans split over if Trump should go to prison. That's just not even, don't even think about it. And this is Biden sends defiant letter to Democrats, says time to end questions, come together. No, Joe, it's time for you to listen. Okay? Your platform right now is, the Democratic platform is whether or not you can handle 4 more years. And it shouldn't be that. That should not be there. You know, going around talking to people in other states, all they're doing is watching you go up and down the stairs. Is he all right? Did he look okay today? What's he saying? Is he slurring his words? Did he just slur his words? You know, that's what's going on. You know, it's sad, but that's what's happening. I just think it's time for him to wake up and look at what's going on. He's not gonna get better, as I said. I mean, I'm not getting better as I'm talking to you. I get worse when I start. The more items I try to look at and the more items I try to talk about, the more I get screwed up, you know? And if it's the same thing's got to be happening to him. Biden blindsides Trump. I don't think so. I really do. I just, you know, I think if he wants to, if he really wants to, you know, for the Democrats to win, then I think he has to step aside, because I don't know. I'm sorry. I just don't. Like I said, he needs to listen to the right people, and I don't think he is. All right, listen. This is Monday. It's just beginning. Talk to you later.